trucking parts and labor costs fell in the second quarter. Parts and labor costs in the trucking industry fell in the second quarter of 2023, according to data released yesterday by the American Trucking Associations, ATA. And that's good news for fleets and service providers. While economic and inflation pressures continue to push parts prices and labor rates to comparatively high levels, OEMs are effectively managing fewer supply chain disruptions that negatively impact production capacity, the Council said. Technology and Maintenance Event, TMC, ATA and Decisive in their North American Service Event Benchmark report. By steadily eliminating pent-up demand, fleets are finally starting to receive new, less maintenance-intensive trucks. In addition, the influx of new vehicles replacing old ones and the decline in freight volumes reduce the demand for maintenance and repairs and, as a result, reduce parts and labor costs. Specifically, after a long period of rising costs, total parts and labor costs for the top 25 VMRS codes fell 1.3% in the second quarter compared to the first. Labor costs fell for the first time in a year, and parts costs fell for the second quarter in a row. On an annualized basis, combined parts and labor costs rose just 5.57% in the second quarter of this year compared to the same period last year, much slower than the 15% cost increase seen in 2022. The data comes from Decisive Service Relationship Management (SRM) platform, which powers maintenance and repair data for more than 7 million commercial assets operating in the United States and Canada. The system is used to manage an average of 70,000 service events per week at nearly 5,000 locations. With new equipment assembly rates increasing and mileage reductions reducing the need to operate legacy trucks, fleets are finally seeing some improvement in parts and labor costs, Decisive President and CEO Dick Hyatt said in a press release. Data that Decisive collects and analyzes for TMC on standard system-level vehicle maintenance reporting codes indicates a return to normalized sales cycles and more predictable maintenance and repair costs. Along with greater stability, the detailed data and reporting provided by Decisive SRM allows fleets and service providers to focus on ways to further reduce costs. There is a growing expectation that future maintenance and repair costs will find a new equilibrium and therefore enter a more predictable cycle consistent with what has been observed in the past, the ATA report says.